Okay, this is Ruha and I's first attempt at novice level at Chardon Valley Derby. A derby means that the show jumping and the cross country are combined, so they're not separate events in this case. We go straight from the show jumping arena to the cross country. It's all timed and scored in a combined manner. So the time doesn't start until we cross the flags, which are just in front of the first fence. This GoPro was a gift for my birthday. Super excited about it. First time using it. Definitely learned a lot. The timestamp is wrong. Different things. The audio was very faded. So it's our first fence. We actually knocked a rail on that one. Probably was a little too heavy in my hands. Didn't allow him to lift quite as much as I should have. Took that oxer really nicely. I was really super pleased with the way that the rest of these fences went. We had been practicing a 2-stride at my trainer's, and so this one was well prepared for. Let's put it that way. I knew better how to ride it. And he took the rest of these show jumping fences really, really well. I'm super proud of him. Really good. For anyone who doesn't know, he's a 20-year-old Arab, so he's got a couple of things working against him. He's a little bit old, and he also is quite short compared to most horses at event. He's a small horse. So we go through these woods here and start our cross-country course. Altogether, there was 22 fences in this course. To be completely honest, I had signed up for novice thinking it was going to be fairly simple as it had been in the past at this particular venue, and they really upped the ante and gave us some really challenging fences that were quite a lot of fun. Really, really happy with how we worked through them. So here he's taking the cross-country fences really nicely. This next one had me quite nervous as it's pretty much like a wall. It's quite vertical with a flat top and just a little bit intimidating to me. So really had to focus on staying back. And he takes it really nicely. Now, this is the first time he's been out on the cross-country course at all this year. We haven't schooled cross-country since last fall, I guess. So I'm really proud of him. And he slowed down for the water, but takes it pretty willingly. And I couldn't quite get him to speed up the way I wanted to throughout that water. But he was wearing down a little bit. He was getting a little bit tired at this point. And I was definitely tired. He takes his coupe really nicely. Now up next we have we have a ditch. It's just 2 logs and like a 1-foot ditch. And really hard for him to see that we needed to jump that. I tried to really show it to him, and in the end it was a pretty sketchy fence for us to take. Here I kind of take the long way around because I was shook up by the fact that he almost stepped in that hole, the ditch, but got it back together. And we have an up bank followed by a down bank, around to an up bank to a fence on a slope. So really happy with how he didn't question anything. He did everything for me. Really attentive, very willing. I can't tell you how much time and effort has gone into getting us to this point. I'm beyond proud of this horse. So at this point, our refusal for the day on probably the smallest fence out there for us. I was looking at the next two fences, which are on a curving line and were rather intimidating to me when I walked the course originally. And because there wasn't just solid focus on that green fence, and the line rides pretty smoothly. Here my camera gets knocked down and the view is rough after that. But without that focus directly on that fence, he says no thanks. That one was also probably the worst ridden fence. Got really ahead on that one and he carried me over it anyhow. Really, really kind horse. Very forgiving. And like I was saying, the amount of time that it's taken for us to get to this point in our relationship, in our riding skills, my riding skills, and his ability. I couldn't be prouder. Actually, in this event, we got dead last for time faults, for that refusal, and for the knocked rail. We were in third after dressage, but our performance on the cross country really knocked us down to last, and I still could not be prouder of him. For our first attempt at novice, he blew my socks off. I was so happy. So that's our ride at Chardon with my new GoPro that I'm so excited to have. And yeah, the old man did a really good job. Super proud of him. Just had to brag on him a little bit because I couldn't be happier with this horse. He is the horse of a lifetime for me. Thanks for watching.